So I start off the week going to Stockton and back, and it was mostly overcast and raining. The rain continued into my drive as I headed towards Phoenix, and it started to gradually clear up. Most of Southern California had rain clouds all throughout the week, and on Friday I got an assignment going to Henderson, Nevada, and things started to clear up after the Cajon Pass. And if you've seen my previous videos, I talk about places that I've looked for to park at when I had to reset or take a break in Vegas. And pretty much the only place that I could consistently park at was at the Rio Hotel, and I needed to get a permit for that. Well, I had a few of my buddies tell me that there's a better place to park, and they told me that I should check out Buffalo Bills, which is in Primm, Nevada, which is basically at the border of California and Nevada. Now, the place that I tried to park in previous times was at this place. It's called the Flying J, which is where we fuel. And there's plenty of parking spots, but the time that I came here, it was completely packed. So as you can see, they are right next to the Whiskey Pete's, which is pretty much closed down. So on my drive back from Nevada, I decided to take a break and stop at Buffalo Bills. And as you can see, there's plenty of parking here. Everybody told me that it's a very convenient place to park and there's always parking. The last thing you want to do is get to a location when you're running out of time in your clock and not find parking. And so this might be a good stop next time I'm in Vegas and I need to stop. So it's a safe place to park, and it's a legit place to park, and it has security. You got this whole area here of parking. Then you got right here, so it's in the backside here. You see the roller coaster and Buffalo Bills Hotel and Casino right there. So as you can see, there's a coffee shop, there's a lot of places to eat. You have a Denny's, there's a pizza joint, there's Mexican food, a noodle place, a steakhouse that's open on Friday nights and Saturday nights, and also a buffet. Friends told me that the buffet is pretty good. So this is definitely a place to check out next time I need to do a reset in Nevada. So I'm currently in Henderson, Nevada, right outside of Las Vegas. Yeah, it's been a weird week. I had a situation where after 3.5 days of driving, they were going to shut me down. So I persisted to ask them for more work. You know, I started on the Tuesday, and by Friday at 2 o'clock-ish, they were going to just shut me down. They didn't have that much work, I guess. So I reached out to my DTL. I also reached out to the manager, and I said, I need to drive more. Basically, I went to NorCal and back, and Phoenix and back. And then they were going to shut me down, and I ended up getting another load to Henderson, Nevada, and back to Ontario. So that was my week. It's about 1,900 miles. It's not good enough, but it's better than being sent home at 1,400 miles. 1,450 miles or something like that, This week could have been a lot better, should have been a lot better. Next week, I have a shortened week because I am heading out to Paso Robles with the family for a family vacation for the weekend. So next week, I am going to try to start on a Monday instead of a Tuesday, but I have to end on a Thursday. So I'll probably end up getting like 4 runs and then calling it a week. Life of a trucker. That's right. You know what time it is. It's time for Business Bites. Business Bites. So I want to talk about what the future of business is going to look like. Back in the day when I was doing commercial real estate, the top 3 things for a successful business, people would say, was location, location, location. Why was location so important? Because with every business, you have to have marketing. And big businesses and small businesses alike can take care of a lot of their marketing by having the right location, because a lot of brick and mortar businesses depend on people that are either going to a destination or going somewhere, or there's a lot of foot traffic and they see your business. So we have a lot of business ideas, and as truck drivers, we look at locations. In the past, I talked a lot about opening up restaurants near a truck stop or near where truckers would stop, because that's just natural traffic. Location will determine how much less marketing you have to do. Marketing is a huge component of a successful business. When you are thinking about a business, I would encourage you to think about location. Now, you have to determine what kind of business you're going to be running. A lot of businesses are dying out. A lot of small mom and pop shops are dying out. And there are a lot of like collective locations online, places like eBay or Amazon, where people group together and they sell their goods. You've got to determine how long you're going to be able to survive, what kind of a business cycle you're going to have, and also if location for a brick and mortar location is going to help you out be successful. A lot of lawyers, a lot of CPAs, a lot of service industries that used to have their offices located in an office building or a location are no longer thriving like they used to. The big boys are coming in and taking over. CPAs that used to do like taxes for people. Now you've got people like TurboTax and H&R Block and people like that are just doing the taxes for you online. And they do it at a fraction of the cost that the CPAs used to do. And so a lot of these smaller mom and pop CPAs that used to do individual taxes for people are no longer necessary. Same with legal documents, landlord leases, simple purchase agreements, things like that. You can ask ChatGPT to even write you up a legal contract and it'll do it for you. Times are changing. So one of the things that you have to think about is how relevant or how your business or your service is going to fit. There are things that are unavoidable, like restaurants. A lot of people still would prefer to go to a restaurant to eat their food rather than just ordering their food. And I know DoorDash and Uber Eats and places like that are bringing you food. But for the most part, a lot of restaurants still thrive because of their brick and mortar location. Now, depending on what business idea you have to determine your niche. So you may have a business idea like a restaurant that may thrive on a lot of online orders, but then you may have a business idea that is very dependent on location and your brick and mortar location that can service the needs of people. And these things that used to be so simple back in the day are not simple. It's not like clear cut and dry these days. And so one thing I would encourage you is do your research and also see what is succeeding and what is not. Setting up a CPA office to do taxes every year will have its challenges and its hurdles now that things have changed. As with all businesses, it's all about supply and demand, and what you're supplying is going to fit the demand of the people. And so I would encourage you to think very carefully about what steps you take on doing business in the future or in the present, because things have changed a lot. And what kind of a marketing campaign do you plan on having to sell your business, to sell your services, to sell your food, to sell whatever you're trying to sell, and to make money? So think carefully about what your next steps are before you jump headfirst into a business. What is going on, my people? This week was okay, but not great. I had about 1,800, almost 1,900 miles this week, and it was challenging. They wanted to send me home early after 3.5 days of work, and it's one of those weeks where I had to ask for another load, and they gave me one small load going to Vegas and back. But it wasn't enough, so I was kind of a little bit frustrated. But it was one of those weeks, Still did okay, but not great. So one of the things that I want to talk about was just when we're out there being who we are, the drivers, interacting with people, knowing how to bless people, knowing how to say, how's your day going? Good morning, good afternoon, thank you. Just basic things that you kind of overlook. Even though you're not having a great morning, knowing how to say good morning. You can bless people by being polite and just showing warmth to people and appreciating people that you interact with, because it speaks volumes when we're out there interacting with people that are working behind that desk, Not to mention that as we bless people, you create connections with these people, and it's important to create connections with these people because later on they can do you a solid. They can help you out when you're in a jam or when you need something or when you're in a rush. And I encourage you guys, all of you guys that are out there driving, to just learn how to be polite, learn how to be a source of blessing, make them feel good, make them feel appreciated, just as like we want that affirmation that we're doing good. Go ahead and share that love. And so I want to encourage all of you guys to not just go in grinding it out day in and day out, which is important, but knowing how to do that little bit extra more to bless people. Show them that they're appreciated, because it's important. As we work day to day, we got to extend that good energy, that they matter and what we're doing is important, because it is. We're out here doing important things for our country, for our business, and making the economy just run. Don't take this lightly, because sometimes you're going to need help and you don't want to be on the bad side of people. But regardless of what you get in return or what you may get later on in return, just constantly be a source of blessing, because it makes a difference. It makes a difference day to day. And a lot of people that are just grinding it out, they're not appreciated, and we got to do our part to just say, hey, you matter. Hey, you're doing a great job. Hey, I hope you have a great day. And so I wanted to leave you with that, for this week, because I think we have to keep reminding ourselves, be positive, be a blessing, and make sure that we're not adding to the stress of their day, that we're taking away some of that stress, that we're all in this together and we're all grinding it out together and we're all pulling in the same direction, So I want to encourage all of you, stay positive out there. No matter how hard, no matter how bogus your loads are, no matter how bogus your time is, do your best to just bless people. Have a great week. Thank you for following me on this journey. God bless all of you. Sometimes it's not easy being out there, but you know what? Let's make the most of it. Have a great week. Stay safe out there. Cheers.